Welcome to the Weather Guru Podcast for June 28, 2026, this Sunday edition here. Thank you for joining me. Please hit that like and subscribe button on the way in. We're going to be looking at the National Weather Service current hazards for the lower 48 here. And you can see there's red flag warnings in pink out west in the Four Corners area. And that will continue through Sunday and Monday, June 29, 2026. We also have some severe thunderstorm warnings here. That's going to be, we have some extreme heat warnings and watches in the Tennessee Valley and the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes area in red. So be careful, drinking a lot of water, stay hydrated here in these areas, as well as in the East Coast from Philadelphia into New Jersey, just south of New York here. There's some heat warnings in effect in red. Now we also have some heat advisories that's going to be extending from the St. Louis area, Chicago area, Great Lakes once again down into Topeka, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and into the Mississippi Delta Valley area. We're going to be careful about that as well. So that's our National Weather Service hazards for June 28th, Sunday. You look at the forecast here and you can see the high temperatures for the day. It's going to be hot in the middle of the country. A dome of high pressure is surging all the way up through the Dakotas. That's going to produce heat in the triple digits for Texas, up in Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, etc. It's going to be heat in the south, typical heat in the southeast as well, for high temperatures in the 90s from Atlanta all the way down into Miami. And humidity is going to be thick and soupy for the Sunbelt states from Florida to Arizona. Now up north in the Pacific Northwest, there was a little bit of relief, but it's still going to be hot there as well. Seattle looks to top out around the upper 80s for high temperatures, and also in the Northeast it's going to be hot, but Boston stays a cool 76 degrees Fahrenheit, help with that onshore flow breeze at least. But interior sections like Pittsburgh, 85 degrees for a high for you today, 75 degrees for a high in Chicago, but that's going to be increasing throughout the day and tomorrow on Monday, June 29th. Now looking at the hurricane season, there's no hurricanes out there yet. We're in the first month of June. We're not going to have any systems. There is a potential system that could develop off the coast of Florida, but that has given a low chance of development right now. So looking at the water vapor, pretty dry air right now in orange, filtering in from the Gulf Coast of Texas all the way around to Florida and into out west, the desert southwest. We have a plume of moisture in this green that's coming through the Ohio Valley and the Tennessee Valley once again, in the Great Lakes area once again, that's producing showers and thunderstorms right now, and ticking off a few severe thunderstorm warnings up in the Great Lakes area, Minnesota and Iowa and stuff like that nature. So be careful out there. And also in the Tennessee Valley and Ohio Valley, because there's going to be some showers that's going to come in. Nothing severe, but just going to be kind of a wet, soggy day. Looking at the Climate Prediction Center outlook for the next, going into July, from this coming Friday, July the 4th weekend, all the way through July 7th, you can see most of the country is going to be above average here, 15 degrees above average in this dark red color here. And this extends from Atlanta all the way up through the Carolinas, into D.C., New York, Philly, Baltimore, up into the Northeast, Boston, and New England, New Hampshire. So it's going to be very hot. Coming up to start your beginning of your July, the first weekend of July. And this includes places in the interior as well. So anywhere from the Dakotas all the way through Minneapolis, St. Paul, St. Louis, Fayetteville, Arkansas, down into Huntsville and Tallahassee and Jacksonville. It's going to be hot. And then out west it's going to be hot as well. And then the near normal to temperatures will range from San Diego, LA, San Francisco, the Bay Area, Las Vegas, into Oregon, Idaho, and parts of the Intermountain West. But there's going to be cooler than average temperatures starting off your July 3rd through July 7th, coming up in the next week and a half or so for the interior portions of Oregon, from Portland, Vancouver, Seattle, Bellingham, Port Angeles, and interior portions coming up toward the Snoqualmie Pass, Richards Pass, White Pass, Stevens Pass, and over toward Baker and Coos Bay, Oregon. It's going to be a little bit below average, maybe 5 or 6 degrees, 10 degrees below average there, starting to start off your July, not now. But looking at the precip that we had the last 24 hours here, from June 27th to June 28th, you can see most of the heavy red precip is felt here in Kentucky, Indiana, Southern Illinois, south of St. Louis here, in these dark red colors here. And you can see even in the mid-Atlantic states, they got a lot of rain in Pennsylvania, south of the Mason-Dixon line here. And then we also had rain out west in Montana and in the Dakotas and stuff of that nature. So this precipitation pattern will continue at least for the next 2 to 3 days here, until Wednesday or Thursday, until we clear the system out here. And that's what we have going on here for the weather in the lower 48 United States for Sunday, June 28, 2026. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for listening. Take care. Blessings.